Hello everybody, this is Bitcoin Macro, and on this video I'm going to talk about Blockstack. Blockstack is one of the coins that I've talked about quite a bit over the last few months, and I've shielded it extensively both because of its properties but also because of its chart. There are a lot of interesting things that I want to mention, guys, so here are some basic information so that you can get a basic understanding of what Blockstack is and why I like it. So Blockstack is one of the oldest projects out there that it did a very special security offering. Is that it raised money in a very special way, that it was deemed as the first cryptocurrency to receive an SEC qualification for a sale in the United States. Now, not only that, but Blockstack has recently had a big upgrade. It has been renamed into Stacks. I don't know why they changed it. It was a decent name. Blockstack was a decent name, but now they have done their mainnet 2.0, I think, and it's quite interesting because you can earn Bitcoin by staking Blockstack essentially. So you can have a deep dive into what Blockstack is and what it's all about, but the main thing that I've got to say is that I do believe that this coin is going to be listed on Coinbase at some point and that it will have a pretty big pump. And it's actually not listed on many exchanges. It's listed on very few exchanges, maybe because it's different code or whatever, but it's just listed on maybe KuCoin, Binance, OKX, and maybe a few smaller exchanges, but nothing that special. So it could get listed on Huobi, it could get listed pretty much on any exchange, just because it's been out there for quite some time, and it's definitely not a security. That's the main thing. Being aware that, just knowing for a big fund or just any investor, that this is a really safe one to buy because you're not going to get sued by the SEC or anything like it. Okay, that's a very big component in my analysis. So yes, you can stake Blockstack and get Bitcoin. That's a big thing as well for those that are Bitcoin fans. It's been a project that got a lot of hype in the past. A lot of people talked about it. Again, like every other project, I'm not saying that it's safe to use or that you should go out and buy it, but I do like its fundamentals and its technicals. So having said all that, the main thing that has attracted me to Blockstack for a really long time is its chart. It's one of the coins that has been very slow, but has done fairly well. So it has outperformed the, let's say, average. So it has done, it's right now about 300% up from its bottom. It's gone up to, let's say, potentially 380%, something like that. And in my opinion, it could go even higher because right now, Blockstack is just back to where it was at this stage right here. So when it got listed on Binance. So if I just zoom in for a bit, let's say this is just the first few days of trading on Binance. So just ignore this week up here. Like Binance was the first one that listed Blockstack, then this breakdown level turned into resistance. This resistance lasted for a really long time, guys, a really long time, as you can see here, and it has formed one of the biggest bases ever. Like this is really massive because we're talking about more than a year of this forming a base. So when everything was doing well, this was not doing that well. Initially this year, we see a lot of chop. Even just this, like for some coins, just even doing this has been enough for them to pump really hard. So look at how much volume has gone into this area. So whoever was gonna sell has already sold right here. Then we had this big breakout, massive breakout, one candle up, then boom, retest down here, came all the way back. This turned into support, and now it's resuming its uptrend slowly. So if I was gonna say something more about this, it's like, look at this. Yeah, it didn't come straight down to this area because this was an area that was really strong accumulation right here. This was a really nice accumulation on every single level. Like you can look at this as a whole accumulation, you can see it as accumulation as well. Now this was the first attempt to break out. It trapped people into thinking that this was a breakout. fell lower, consolidated a bit more, and then it did it rapidly. It didn't allow that many people to get on a hype train, and then whoever got in late got smashed down. And we're talking about a big correction from up here, guys. This is a 45% correction in just a matter of days, if not hours. Okay, and that's a pretty nice structure, because look at this, it's slowly closing higher and higher and higher. Now this double top to me potentially won't last for a really long time. Now, could it get back all the way back down here? Maybe. Could it get all the way back here and then go up? Potentially, yes. But after that, I do expect that it's going to do much better, because again, the accumulation has been really hard. This is a very clean chart, very special chart in my opinion. So if I was just going to look at, let's say, Blockstack versus USDT, it's also forming an uptrend right here, and it was one of the coins that recovered fairly quickly after the big dump. It did very well versus BTC, so that strength also tells us something. And again, look, it has gone up significantly if we look at it as a whole, because Bitcoin has gone up as well, but I mainly look at how the coin has done versus Bitcoin, and not against anything else, because if Bitcoin is going sideways, that means a lot of money is flowing from Bitcoin into that stuff. And just remember that this capitulation was just insane, it was massive. So I do believe that having gone up, let's say 65x in USD terms, is not that much given from how from such a low point that we came out of. And again, these projects are pretty young now. I don't know if we're going to a bear market now. I don't know if the correction is over or not, but I do believe that this project is a decent one to just have a small amount if you look at it long term. But again, I'm not your financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm just looking at this as something that, in my opinion, has low risk of being banned. It has pretty high chances of getting listed on major exchanges just because of its properties. Just because, not its properties as a blockchain, but its properties from a legal standpoint. Okay, and the chart is also pretty strong. So when I look at the chart, I do feel a little bit more comfortable, because if it has shown strength when everything else was weak, if it has broken above a really massive base that lasted for about 1 year and maybe 2 or 3 months, that's something I'm interested in, and I want to be considering buying it, or just looking at it if it dips hard to just buy it again. Like if it dips down to this area, because let's say Bitcoin crashes, I'd be interested to buy. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. That's it for today. Please like, subscribe, give us a follow, give me a follow on Twitter. Come visit my channel on Telegram. Come visit the decentralized group on Telegram, decentralized chain group, excuse me. So that's it for me for today, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.